Michel, thank you for being here. Speaking about international relations, this debate in the Council was more than necessary. The international situation is more complicated with the climate and the pandemic, etc. We have to be more decisive, but the complications have been added to. In Europe, we should become a geopolitical force, and also within the economy and democracy. For a geopolitical Europe, we need to have a common strategic vision to act and not just react, and act when it's necessary. That supposes that member states understand the importance of true common action. That's not always the case with international relations. Everybody does their own things. With China and Turkey, or with Russia, we need a strategic vision at the moment. We also need unity and to be able to act. How can we be a real geopolitical actor if it takes 2 months to sanction the Lukashenko regime, and 2 months Lukashenko is not in this list still? We're lacking credibility when the Council meets. Our power should be based on new tools and forms of decision. You said that several times. We need to have qualified majority voting in foreign policy, and to have a regime of sanctions based on human rights. That's urgent. That means that we could act quickly. For example, where we in the case of the poisoning of Alexei Navalny, or other situations. In the economy, that's been mentioned too. Our influence is based on our economy, and that is based on our climate ambitions, but also digital aspects. You know that the Parliament has set up a special committee on digital and AI. We have the intention to make proposals in this direction. Our internal market, our social and organizational model, the strategic aspects of the economy that we're talking about, means that we need to have a real ambition to invest in digital. Democratic power, finally. We can't be credible in the world without being irreproachable. All strategic developments must be based on true values: freedom, democracy, and the rule of law. What credibility do we have beyond our borders if each European can't count on free legal powers free of all influence, if we can't count on a free press in Europe when journalists are not in the hands of oligarchs close to power, if public funds don't add to innovation and end in the pockets of corrupt elements. So we shouldn't have any illusions. Without having democratic values injected, and the injection of funds, financial funds, won't be enough. We need those two. If we don't have a common basis, we won't be able to deal with common problems like COVID. The Parliament is calling for this for 2 months, and there are some member states who are not responding. And there is nationalism within the health system, and we shouldn't accept this, because we're all paying the price. The Union should be the strength which can protect the health, which can protect jobs, and the rights of all European citizens. Thank you.